Shabbat Shalom. May you have a peaceful day. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. We call to the Bima Alana Van, Phyllis Wexler, Andrea Lieb, Sandra Van, Samantha Lieb, Erica Wexler, and Nancy Van to light the Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Good Shabbos, everyone. Well, tomorrow morning we'll have Jaden's bar mitzvah, and I see some faces who might be coming in special for that, so we welcome you to our community. And it's also anniversary Shabbat, so for those of you celebrating your wedding anniversaries, we look forward to teasing you a little bit and blessing you a little bit later in our service. But now let's just take a moment, if you will, and perhaps there's someone that is new to you, behind you, next to you. Wish them good Shabbos. Introduce yourselves. Make a new friend. Good Shabbos. We continue on 124. Let's read together at the top. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured. A beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. 142, we continue to greet the Shabbat with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi
144 is the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabba b'yalma divrahute v'yamlik malhute b'hayehon uvyomehon uvhayedehol be'Yisrael bagala uvizman kari imru amen yeheshme rabba mevora Leolam u'me'almaya yitbara v'yishaba v'roma v'naseh v'hadar v'yihale v'halal shemei dekusha brihu le'ela mikol birhata v'shirata tushbehata v'ne'emata Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence.
This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. So we ask, what lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai Hamari Varavim.
Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Please be seated. We continue on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha be'chol levaha uve'chol nafsheha uve'chol me'odeha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi metzafeha hayom al levaveha ve'shirantam levaneha ve'yarta bam ve'shifteha beveteha Uvlecteha vadere, ukshakbeha uvkumeha, ukshartam leot al yadeha, vehayule totafot bein eineha, uktaftam al mezuzot beteha, uvishareha, leman tiskeru, ve'asitem et kol mitzotai, vitem kedoshim el Elohem, Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeitem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Amen.
157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
Page 161.
there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Page 162. We've been doing this for a while now, so I want to hear it. Okay, if you're religious, go come on up. A little faster, it's about to start. Come on. השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. You know now, right? ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. Last time. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם.
One 164, we rise for the tefillah. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Anora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezoher Hazdei Avot Mimot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Mele Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah,
Atah gibor
Elam Adonai, Mehaye Hakol, Atarav Lehoshia,
le'orid haGashem.
Mehaye Hayim Behesed, Mehaye Hakol Berahamim Rabim. So Mehnochlim Be'eholim, Umatir Asurim, Umehayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mihamoha Ba'al Geburot, Umnido Melah, Melech Hamid, Umehayeh, Umatmiya Yeshua, Veneman Atah Lehio Takol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mahayeh Hakol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We continue in silent devotion through page 180. When you've completed your prayers, please be seated.
Is our Misha Berach. 371 is our prayer of healing. It's the time in which we devote in our service to think of those who are part of our circle of family love, and we reach out to God to give us strength and courage in their time of need. And for those of us who are caregivers, we ask God too to watch over us, that we might minister with hope, faith, and strength to those that we love. So if there is someone that you want to include in our prayers tonight, please stand and say their names. As many prayers, as many people as you would like, say their names. Now we as a community, we stand in solidarity, arm in arm, joining together in our Mishaberach, prayers of healing.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Anniversary Shabbat. Time to celebrate those who were married in the month of December. Do we have any December wedding anniversaries? Come on up. Don't be bashful. Come on, George. Come on, Cliff. No? You were married in the month of December, no matter what the year. Come on up. Could be next year. You had to think about that one for a moment, didn't you? All right, come on. Well, just don't be bashful. Come on over here. Before we offer a prayer, we have to get to know a little bit about you and about your wedding day, and not too much detail, okay? So, Rich, this is your month?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's not only my month, it's my wife's month.
You're kidding. You guys were married in the same month on the same day? Well, I was going to ask that. What a coincidence. All right, well, now this is going to be an interesting contest to see who is married the longest. All right, you failed? Okay, you're the kids. Okay, come on, George.
We were married
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. 3 years ago. They dated for 50 years. Okay, you were married for 3 years ago, and where were you married?
We eloped to Las Vegas by a judge.
Okay, they eloped to Las Vegas in a judge. Is that correct, George?
She knows all the right answers.
Okay, yes, dear, you got it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Important thing. We met at Ner Tamid.
Ah, very nice. Did anyone else meet at Ner Tamid? No? Oh, well. Anyone out there meet at Ner Tamid? No. All right. Well, lightning struck for you, so that is great. Okay, so we're up to 3. Let me think here. All right.
So what do you think?
When were you married? How many years ago?
We've been married since 1960, 56 years.
56 years. And where were you married?
Detroit. We eloped.
You eloped also? Kids, don't listen to any of this. Okay, Detroit, 1956.
No, 1960, 56
19
years ago.
Oh, 56 years ago. Because I was going to say my dad was the rabbi in Detroit in 1956. At Bethel. Well, but he left. He left. Sidney Axelrod. Yeah. Sidney Axelrod, yeah.
We were married to Rabbi Siegel.
Rabbi Siegel?
And a Dutch.
Okay, very nice. And, okay, so 3, 56, slight edge. Okay, here we go. We're going to try it, Rich.
58.
58. 58. And where were you guys married?
In, where were we married?
Lvcnt. Lvcnt, Long Island.
Lvcnt, Long Island. Do you remember, oh, someone else from Lvcnt? But you're very close, okay. And do you remember, was it a synagogue, a wedding? Do you remember the name of the synagogue?
It's not on our...
You don't remember? Okay. Do you remember the name of the rabbi?
yes,
Oh, thank God.
Ruderman.
Ruderman, thank God. You know, I always think, do they remember the name of the rabbi? It's like, do you remember your third grade teacher? All right. All right. So how many years? 58. Okay. You won't? All right. What is it, Leo?
54.
54. All right. Well, that still gets a little wave. That's good. Okay. So where were you guys married?
Oak Park, Michigan.
Park. Is that close to Detroit? Did you have a joint ceremony? No? You could have shared flowers. No? Didn't do that. Not see. Could have happened. Okay. So the last question, of course, is what advice would you give these youngsters for a happy marriage? Because they have not been married very long. Okay. That doesn't matter. It's only 3 years of marriage. They're the experts. That's what I thought. Okay, now, what about you?
Don't go to sleep, man.
Oh, don't go to sleep mad. Just go to sleep angry. No, don't go to sleep. All right, that's good advice. Leo, you agree with that one?
Yes.
Okay, yes, dear. Okay, and any advice?
Oh, yes, cherish every day.
Marry your best friend and don't ever forget where the bedroom's at.
Oh, very nice. This is a synagogue here. This is X-rated. And do you have any advice for these long-timers on how to keep love fresh here?
Yes. In my particular case, I give her a lot of chopped liver, and she enjoys it.
That's right. And you bribed the rabbi as well.
I bribed a rabbi a little too.
That's right. That's right. So that's pretty good. All right. Well, let's all rise as we bestow upon them blessings. And we share in their simcha. So come a little closer, if you will. You're going to face us. Let's go ahead and stand right there. Well, we always have a little bit of fun because at the foundation of love is the tie that it has to laughter. For laughter lifts the spirits in times that are, well, a little bit sad. And so on this anniversary Shabbat, it always gives us a moment to reflect upon the span of the years, whether it's 3 or 60 or anything between. Many and varied are those years. They're good times or sad times. The good times emboldened and made fresh because we have someone, our Bashar, to share them with. The sad times softened, again, because we have someone to share them with. And so we ask, please God, that each one of you have many years together in health and in happiness and joy. And that those qualities that you find in your loved one be renewed with fresh eyes each and every day, that you might find in each other and with each other God's love, your love, expressed every day of your lives with the knowledge that you have been blessed with your Bashar. And so with these words, we ask God's blessings upon you. May the Lord God bless you and keep you.
Adonai
God cause the light of his countenance to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. May Lord God grant you long lives, happiness always. Amen, amen. Mazal tov.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, yehelanu, 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 ulechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael.
Let's go ahead and be seated. We started a nice tradition a couple years ago of inviting various members of our community to share their spiritual journey. You know, we see each other at services and we don't often get to know the story of who we are. Maybe we know what we do, but behind us there's a reason we're at Temple. And Rich is one of our anchors, of course, in our minyan, and is constantly sharing his Divrei Torah on Shabbat morning. So I invited him to share and craft this Devar Torah tonight of his spiritual journey. So thank you so much, Rich.
Thank you, Rabbi. It's not usual for a lay person to wear a tallis on a Friday night, but this tallis has been with me on my spiritual journey, and it's part of me. So just for tonight, I'm going to wear it. And because this is my spiritual journey, I'm liable to get a little emotional tonight, so please bear with me. A few weeks ago, Rabbi approached me with a proposal to present my spiritual journey to the congregation. For me to talk about the subject is like trying to capture a butterfly without a net. It's really hard. In this week's Parsha, we read that Isaac's wife, Rebekah, could not conceive a child for quite a while. But fortunately for me, my mom had no problem delivering me, the first of 3 children. In July of 1938, at the Williamsburg Maternity Hospital in Brooklyn, where I drew my first breath, and thus my journey began. For my formative years until I was 20, I lived at 1747 and then 1711 East 3rd Street in Avenue P in Brooklyn. And later on, that's where Dog Day Afternoon was filmed with Al Pacino. There was an Orthodox shul, Avach Acham, 1747 East 3rd Street, near where I lived and where I attended services. I remember during World War II, one Pesach, a Rabbi Kaplan telling the congregation that because of the food shortage, he was giving us permission to eat peas during the holiday. I really don't remember if it was Ashkenazi or Sephardic temple, but because he said we could eat peas, I imagine it was Sephardic. My family was no different from other families in this respect, that when there was something that our parents didn't want the children to know, they spoke in Yiddish. Everybody knows that. On my mother's side, the aunts and uncles were kind of reserved. On my father's side, those aunts and uncles who were born overseas were tough Russian immigrants. As children, we experienced long Pesach dinners where the Haggadah was read for hours on end. Right? You remember that one? And I remember my great-grandaunt, who was born in 1856, being there and still trying to serve the hard-boiled egg and salty water. It was in the spring of my childhood that I began to lose the innocence of my youth, and perhaps this is the reason. It was in late 1945 that I heard a snippet of gossip that the letters from Europe had stopped coming and hadn't come in a long time, and no one knew why. Once at a family gathering, all the relatives were whispering and crying, and I asked my mom what was the matter. And she said to me, "They're all gone." With tears streaming down her face, she said to me, "Our whole family in Europe." At such a tender age, I was too young to realize the implications of her words. Today, it still bothers me. I remember a single woman who had moved into an apartment above ours, and when she wore a short-sleeved blouse, a tattoo of numbers on her arm was exposed. But I was always told not to ask about it, and now I know why. In 1948, in the city of Brooklyn, a playground on Avenue P between East 4th Street and Ocean Parkway was dedicated to the memory of Colonel David Mickey Marcus, an outstanding Jewish-American patriot who had sacrificed his life during the struggle for Israel's independence. Kirk Douglas had made a movie of this episode in his life called Cast the Giant Shadow. I recall that as a Boy Scout, Troop 147, I was a member of the local honor guard at that ceremony. The colonel's wife, Emma Chasen, was a teacher at Public School 177 near Avenue P, West First Street, Brooklyn, where my wife Dee and I had attended. Dee was actually a student in Emma's class. At the age of 11, most of my friends were attending religious school, but my parents couldn't afford to give me that type of education. So after school, I was instructed by an older Rabbi Alper, may his memory be blessed. I was a Bar Mitzvah on September 8th of 1951 at the congregation B'nai Isaac on Avenue O in Brooklyn. They presented me with a daily Bible and tefillin. I was given this solace by my father, and for the past 65 years, it has been my religious companion, and to this day, I cherish it. Moving on to the next important stage of my life, I will read a short excerpt of my love with my wife, Dee. We were married in December of 1958 in Elmont, Long Island, and we have a ketubah of a marriage certificate. This is going to be hard. One September evening in 1956, which also happened to be the mystical night of Rosh Hashanah in a city named Brooklyn, on a street of dreams called 3rd, a girl named Dee and a boy named Rich set in motion a relationship that has been nourished and sustained by their love for each other. Now, as the story goes, Rich was no Don Juan, for when he gazed deep into the enchanting eyes of the girl Dee, he had badly mangled what he wanted to say to her, and he was swept into a world where there was no turning back. For it was by divine providence alone that the girl Dee had agreed to his fumbling request. Know that I had always loved you, and I had the deepest respect for you, as from the moment that my eyes met yours so many years ago. We've traveled many a rocky road, but our paths were one. And when we came to a fork in the road, we were not dismayed, for our love for one another had led us in the right direction. You're our soulmate, my brochette, and that treasure is the shining beacon that brightens the way. For you give meaning to my life, hon. You will always be sweet 16 to me. Moving on, because of the declining economic conditions in the late 1970s, we moved to a small town of Pennsylvania and opened a kosher Carvel ice cream store in Scranton. There was a local yeshiva Beth Mersh on 930 Hickory Street, where I went when we first opened our ice cream store and told them that I would give the students free ice cream for a week if they would give out flyers in the afternoon in the neighborhood. Well, it didn't take long, and soon business was booming. The students ate their fill for that week, and then I had to stop it. But the boys were hooked, and they took advantage of the 2-for-1 on Wednesday. Shortly thereafter, I was given the opportunity to represent 21 Carvel stores across the state and help conduct seminars as a Carvel representative. Our two boy grandchildren were named at the local Reform Temple. I think it was Beth Israel, and granddaughter Cassie was named at the local Orthodox shul. Sometime later, at a vacation in Acapulco, there was an incident where I had an opportunity to save a young man's life in the Pacific Ocean, and upon returning to the States, I relayed the story to my rabbi, and he told me I was sent there to save that man's life. Well, I don't have to tell you about the riptide in the Pacific Ocean, and no, I don't walk on water. It wasn't until we sold the store, when Dee was in Las Vegas and I was still in Pennsylvania while in the process of selling our home, that one night I woke with a voice in my head saying to me that I was sent to Acapulco to save myself. Eventually, I went back to my trade in New York and stayed with my mom, who lived in the Bronx. Every Wednesday after work, I would make my way to the Mitzvah Tank Park by the Empire State Building and put on Tefillin and Saint Aliyah. The rabbi and I had many conversations about my life, and he told me that he was related to Rabbi Schneerson and that he would ask the Rebbe to say a prayer for my family. Well, friends, maybe because of that association, my life changed and I became more focused with my relationship with Judaism. Sometimes during the week before work, something compelled me, and I would stop at a storefront shul on 42nd Street for a quick morning religious prayer, where I was always welcome, even though I was dressed in work clothes. After Dee relocated to Las Vegas in 1992, and then myself in 1994, we joined Temple Near to Mid in 1997 and have been members ever since. I attended Rabbi Axelrod's Tuesday class at Emerson Avenue, where we met in the boardroom at first, and when we grew in attendance, relocated to the library. Eventually, along with a few others, I studied within Rabbinic Intern Cookie Old Shine on Saturday mornings. It wasn't until I met Al Lvcnt, may his memory be blessed, who stimulated my desire to explore a mutual Jewish heritage to a deeper level, and attended the religious program at Ali, UNLV, where Al taught class, and then on Saturday mornings at Near to Mid. I spent many hours molding and perfecting my interpretation to present the Devar Torah on the current week's Pasha. Today, I'm so proud to be part of the Near to Mid Saturday Torah class and to be associated with Harrison Shell, where Harrison teaches Jewish heritage. At the present time, my great-grandson Zane is attending the Yeshiva Day School next door. Later this month, he and I will be celebrating 58 years of marriage, and I thank Hashem for giving us the understanding and the guidance for what it means to truly love one another. This is my story and my unfinished spiritual journey with my wife, Dee, through life. Thank you.
begin to conclude our service on page 586 at the bottom. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
$598 is our Kaddish prayer. We think of those who have died in the past few weeks, and those who are remembered for their yortzites. With the preciousness of memory, we recall the recent passing of Marilyn Lvcnt, Avi Feldman, Michael Zone, Bob Watman, Gail Seltzer, Ed Daly, Anna Green, and Brian Polavina. We recall the yortzites of Alan Bernay, Sandra Sharon, Lena E. Cohen, Saul DeValley, Jacob Rice Eaton, Kenneth Enton, Murray Freeman, Gertrude Frieden, Jarvis Frieden, Louis Gale, Helen Golovner, Ken Jensen, Emery Kritzler, Louis Marr, Anna Margolis, Alan Myers, Herbert Pomerantz, Michael Radovich, Irving Reutman, Barry Roman, Danny Sanoff, Joseph Smoller, Edward Sperling, Norma Sperling, Howard Waltman, Joseph Waterman, and Shirley Waxler. If you would like to recall the name of someone who was not mentioned, please stand and say their name. Thank you. Thank you. So we think of all these and others who have touched our hearts. We rise to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei rabbah v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon chayei dechol be'Yisrael magalav v'zman kari v'imru amen Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekusha b'richu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush v'chata v'nechemata, damiram b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shamai v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. Please be seated. We would like to invite our bar mitzvah and his family to join us for Kiddush and Motzi. The kids in religious school, come on up. If you're bar mitzvah age or under, come on up. And if there happens to be any visitor, any in-town visitors tonight? In-town visitors? Come on up. How are you? Hi, Julia.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav. Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lehem min haaretz. Amen.
So before we conclude, we have our Shabbos quiz. What is taking place on Sunday morning from 9:30 to 1:30? Oh, that wasn't a good answer. What is it? All right, the Hanukkah Bazaar. Very good. And next Friday night, what do we have going on? Very good. One person got it. So we are going to have our second of a series that I'm trying called Compelling Conversations with Rabbi Axelrod, in which I will put a chair here and we will have one of our congregants be the guest host. It'll be Roberta Sabbath will be this next one. And the theme is Christmaka. Christmas and Hanukkah following on the same time. And just imagine two people having a conversation. One of them just happens to be the rabbi. And we're talking about interfaith stuff. And we're talking about, you know, what do you do? A member of my family is Jewish, another member is Buddhist, another one is now Muslim. I mean, the world has changed, it's moved. And so what do? Do we celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Christmaka, or Kwanzaa? So what does that look like? So that's what the conversation is about. And if your family reflects that variety of religion, I think it's important for you to come, especially next week. Now, the cantor has a very dear friend who we have met several times, Cantor Lizzie Weiss, and she is having her installation, and the cantor has the honor of going to LA to sing and celebrate with her. And so I said, well, I need a really special sub next Friday night to help us, and who's that going to be?
I thought you needed an opera singer.
An opera singer?
Yeah. So
are you teasing us?
No.
This is for real.
So we're having an opera singer. So Corinne Hochman, who is our soprano section leader in the High Holidays, and she's also my voice teacher. So I brought out the big guns. Like, I mean, we always have really good guests when I'm not here, and but Corinne's never been on our bima, so I thought we'd try her out. So see how she does.
So come support me, but support Corinne. This will be her first time really leading us in worship, and she's excited. So I'm excited for her as well.
And then I'll be back the next morning because it's the adult B'nai Mitzvah.
Oh, so that's a quick trip to LA, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we have any adult B'nai Mitzvah here? Would you please come forward, because we want you to join in our final song with the cantor. Get over that stage fright. Come on. Come on. Don't be so happy. They look just like the kids, don't they, when you ask them to come up? Like, okay, Rabbi, we'll come.
That's only part of our class. We actually have 9 in the class, so please come support them next Saturday morning.
Next Saturday morning at what time?
10:30.
10:30. It's open to the entire community. And our final song is?
Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom. So thank you very much, Ricky, once again. We appreciate it, and Cantor. And you'll find out which one. Which Oseh Shalom, yeah. All right, let's all rise and join our final song, and then we have a beautiful oneg in honor of our bar mitzvah.
Oseh Shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Shabbat shalom.